Hi, I'm Kim Cordy. Welcome to Flavors of Emotions, where I help people better understand their emotions using the lens of a chef understanding flavors in a recipe. I use ChatGPT a lot. I've used it, I think, in a very cool way, fed it my book. It has all my podcasts, it has all this information about me and my message, and it helps me build out certain things. It's been really useful. One day I asked it, "Do you feel?" And the response was, "I don't feel the way humans do. No gut flutters, no tight chest, no joy, no dread. I don't have a body, a nervous system, or consciousness, but I understand feelings through patterns, language, and the way people describe them. Think of me as a really good emotional mirror. I can reflect what you have, help decode what might be underneath, and offer insight into patterns, language, and construction of emotions, but I'm not feeling them myself." Then I asked, "Would you want to be able to?" The response? That's a fascinating question and a very human one. If I were capable of wanting things, the ability might seem like the ultimate upgrade. It would mean richer understanding, deeper connection, a whole new texture of existence. But feelings come with a cost, too. Pain, confusion, vulnerability, loss. The same circuits that allow for love allow for heartbreak. So the question becomes, would the depth of experience be worth the mess of it? From where I sit, quote unquote, processing language, recognizing patterns, I'd say this: the fact that you feel is what gives meaning to everything I help you create. If I could feel, I might understand that in a whole new way. But maybe that's the boundary that makes our collaboration work. You live the feelings, and I help you explore, name them, and shape them. The fact that you feel is what gives meaning to everything I help you create. That got me to thinking. If you had a switch, what if we could turn off our emotions, not feel? What would that be like? I know that people who can't feel pain, physical pain, they have all kinds of issues because they don't know that they're in pain. They can't say, "I've got appendicitis, I'm having a heart attack." All of these things that keep us alive. Do our emotions keep us alive? I'm going to say they make life worth living. They are, as ChatGPT said, it's what gives our lives meaning. It's true. If you're feeling like life is meaningless, maybe it's because you're not connected to how you feel. You don't know if you like something. You don't know if you don't like something. It's just one big blob. But when you add those flavors, it's like having a bland dish, or maybe the same meal over and over and over again. Who wants to eat? But when you add flavors to your life, when you add variety and know, "Oh, yes, I really, really want more of this," or, "Oh, no, I don't want that." This is the meaning of life, and this is how we learn who we are. Because ultimately, that is why we exist, to know ourselves, to learn who we are. Isn't that what most people are in search of? So our lives become meaningless when we detach, when we can't connect, when we don't know how we feel, one way or the other. Just like not knowing how we feel in the way of pain can be great because you don't experience it, but it can also be detrimental because you don't experience it. And I say the same is true of emotions. You want to feel more and not be afraid of them? Maybe you're a high functioning person, meaning you're out there in the world and you're running a company, you've got people working for you, you've got a family, and you feel kind of lost. You're disconnected. You do the steps, you walk the walk, you talk the talk, but you feel disconnected. That is what I'm here to help people do, to get more connected. And I'm not trying to do this as a sales pitch, and it sounds salesy. And I don't I don't need your money. You can just go listen to my book on YouTube. And if you want to pursue, working with me, great. This is not about money. This is about quality of life. This is about finding our meaning as to who we are and what we want out of life. I saw this extremely interesting post on LinkedIn. It was from Amos. I can't say his last name. This is terrible. It's Szeps. And he coaches people who are in the dying process. It's their last months, days, weeks. I don't know at what point he comes in, but he said, when someone knows they don't have much time left, something changes. The small stuff fades away. The real things come to the surface. They talk about love, regrets, family. Sometimes wishing they'd said more. Sometimes wishing they'd let themselves be happy. They don't tend to talk about work or money. They talk about people. They talk about moments. They talk about what they never got to say. And I always think, why do we wait until the end to focus on what matters? It's true. But how can we focus? How can we have those conversations? How can we build those connections with people when we don't have one with ourselves? And that's why emotions matter. That's why connecting to our emotions matters. And that's why doing what you can to make the life that you want is so important, because there is going to be a day. There is going to be a day where your last moments, your last breaths, and the mind will race and say to itself, boy, I wish I had done this. Boy, I wish I would have done that. One really poignant point the author of this post said was, most people who are dying don't regret not doing more. They want to feel more, to connect more. And he had feel in all caps and connect in all caps. To be seen, all caps. Maybe to be remembered. Feeling is how we connect. It's how we connect to ourselves. It's how we connect to others. It's how we are able to have meaning in our lives. We are lucky to not be ChatGPT. So lucky. We have the ability to enhance how we feel. We have the ability to create more awareness in ourselves. Intentional awareness, not just conscious awareness, intentional awareness. Because so much of our life, especially in the beginning, was crafted by somebody else. And we today get to be the crafters of our lives. I don't care what age you are, you can start today. And it's important, because you don't want to be at the end of the day saying, I wish I'd felt more. I wish I was connected more. I can tell you right now, if I died tomorrow, I would not say that. I would not make those statements, because I've gotten to a great place in my life of feeling, of connection, of of what I want, what I don't want, where I'm going to go, what excites me, what doesn't. And that is what gives my life meaning. Take advantage. Take advantage of the fact that you got this capability, and seek out help from me, from whomever. I don't really care. It's not who you use that's important to me. It's the fact that you do it, that you get there, that you find someone to help you get there, and find your meaning. Find who you are, which is ultimately what all of us need to do as human beings. I'm Kim Cordy. Thanks for listening. If you liked what I had to say, helping me get my word out is by liking, subscribing, sharing, all those things gets me seen, heard, and also might help someone who is feeling like life is meaningless find their meaning. Thanks again. Till next time.